Okay, so the Fed just announced that they're raising the federal funds rate 50 basis points. So what is this doing? What does it mean, and what is it doing for the markets? Well, the markets are going crazy over this news. But before we get to that, let you see one little snippet of CNBC commentator asking Federal Chairman Powell some specific items. And then once you see this, I'm going to come back and explain why this is fantastic news for all those out there looking to build and buy a house. So let's watch this, and then I'll be right back to put it in layman's terms for you. So don't go away.
Steve Leisman, CNBC. Thanks for taking my question, Mr. Chairman. You talked about using 50 basis point rate hikes or the possibility of them in coming meetings. Might there be something larger than 50? Is 75 or a percentage point possible? And perhaps you could walk us through your calibration. Why 1 month or one meeting should we expect at 50? Why something bigger? Why something smaller? What is the reasoning for the level of the amount of tightening? Thank you.
Sure. So 75 basis point in an increase is not something the committee is actively considering. What we are doing is we raised 50 basis points today, and we've said that, again, assuming that economic and financial conditions evolve in ways that are consistent with our expectations, there's a broad sense on the committee that additional 50 basis point increases should be on the table for the next couple of meetings. So we're going to make those decisions at the meetings, of course, and we'll be paying close attention to the incoming data and the evolving outlook, as well as to financial conditions. And finally, of course, we will be communicating to the public about what our expectations will be as they evolve. So the test is really just, as I laid it out, economic and financial conditions evolving broadly in line with expectations. And, I think expectations are that we'll start to see inflation, flattening out and not necessarily declining yet, but we'll see more evidence. We've seen some evidence that core PCE inflation is perhaps either reaching a peak or flattening out. We'll want to know more than just some evidence. We'll want to really feel like we're making some progress there. But I mean, we're going to make these decisions, and there'll be a lot more information. I just think we want to see that information as we get there. It's a very difficult environment to try to give forward guidance 60, 90 days in advance. There are just so many things that can happen in the economy and around the world. So, we're leaving ourselves room to look at the data and make a decision as we get there.
I'm sorry, but if inflation is lower 1 month and the unemployment rate higher, would that be something that we would calibrate towards a lower increase in the funds rate? Or
I don't think 1 month is not it. No. 1 month's reading doesn't tell us much. We'd want to see evidence that inflation is moving in a direction that gives us more comfort. As I said, we've got 2 months now where core inflation is a little lower, but we're not looking at that as a reason to take some comfort. I think we need to really see that our expectation is being fulfilled, that inflation, in fact, is under control and starting to come down. But again, it's not like we would stop. We would just go back to 25 basis point increases. It'll be a judgment call when these meetings arrive. But our expectation is, if we see what we expect to see, then we would have 50 basis point increases on the table at the next two meetings.
Okay, so where I want to really concentrate on is a few areas that the federal chairman said. Okay, so basically what he said is they didn't even contemplate raising the federal funds rate by 75 basis points. So when we call basis points, basically it's a percentage. So 100 basis points is 1%. So 75 basis points would be 0.75. But he basically said there's nothing even the cards on the table of us raising the federal funds rate by 75 basis points. We're going to continue on our efforts to monitor the economy. And right now we're expecting 50 basis point increases for the next couple meetings. But if things start to deteriorate a little bit, we will propose going back to our 25 basis point hit for the next few meetings. And then we're going to monitor all of this stuff. So if you can see up here, everything likes this. So let's dig into this piece of the puzzle here. We got the Dow Jones up. Well, it didn't go in here. The Dow Jones is almost up 1,000 points. So let's go over to the Dow Jones. We see the Dow Jones right here is up 900. S&P is up almost 3%. It's almost a 3% rally across the board through here. But the fantastic news is right here. Look at this rally in the market. So you can't see the green, but you can see these little things here. We went basically from down here, right here when the Federal Reserve announced, they came out and said we're raising the federal funds rate 50 basis points, and then it was just upward trajectory from there. And now a lot of lenders are coming in with lower rates. You can see on here, it's the rates got better, the rates got better, the rates got better. But it's the end of the day. So I'm assuming that most lenders are going to come back and just halt and wait for tomorrow's opening rate sheets until they basically give us this information. So that being said, that is where we are right now. So the Federal Reserve came out and said, we're going to monitor this thing, but we're on a pace of 50 basis points. And that's what everybody was assuming. So they didn't shock the market, and the markets are liking this because a lot of the headlines too, let me see if it's still there, is, no, it's not there. Their assumptions is that this is going to curtail inflation without putting us into a recession. So only history is going to tell. I'm just trying to post you guys the information or provide that to you as fast and efficiently as I can. So again, the goal of the channel here is to educate and inform you guys on real estate. If you're out there looking to buy a house, if you're looking to buy a rental property, investment property, a second home, debt consolidation, refinances, my goal is to educate and inform you guys on real estate, especially when it comes to the financing options. So if we can be of any help to you, please check us out on the web at therateupdate.com. There's going to give you our website, our email address, will be down below, our phone number, a chat bot, and how you can even schedule a meeting right there online. And you can even apply right now. As soon as you apply, once you click that go button or submit, if it's during office hours, be expecting a phone call within minutes of you doing that. So thanks again for watching. I greatly appreciate you guys watching and subscribing and follow me on YouTube. So have a great day. I'll see you guys in the morning. Bye-bye.